for you geniuses and rocket scientists and others, depending on when you discover this, when you get right enough to follow the audit trails that I've let out. If you haven't gotten a clue by now what I know and what I'm capable of, you really have not been paying attention well at all. For those that are experts in deciphering my messages, just remember what my thoughts about being spot on are, and how I've been tested by agencies that I've disclosed or am declassifying and disclosing at my own decisions. Because after all, they are my highly classified records for preservation of self and peace and other things that I've set into motion long before you can imagine. In the book of the Akashic Records from Infinity to Infinity. Now, for those of you who know precisely the date and time I shot this, and lighting and other coordinates and things you think you've fingered out, just remember what has been disclosed somewhere in very public videos and others. If you put in the right keywords, you'll find it. Where I have declassified and have the intel available at fingertips from all vantage points you can even conceive. And others you think you have me locked out of. Oh, well, go finger. At some point you will get the picture that I demand truth for infinity, to infinities, and beyond through the Akashic Records and other archives that you don't even have access to. I'm only declassifying what I feel is most paramount and beyond, intergalactically and beyond, or anything you can perceive or conceive or have a notion of, or believe me, been there, done that too. And for doubting Thomases, go finger, because if you assume, I don't assume, ever. You want to play assume, I would play you or me for the role, I guess. If I even continue to have the boundary of indulging, and you better get a message from that right here, right now, because I'm real clear, I'll break any rule that you perceive is above me. If it's him or me, or them or me, or what's it going to be, I'm putting it on the line for truth. That I already know how that play will end beyond infinities, even disclosed in the Akashic Records, or whatever you might conceive, perceive, or decrypt or encrypt, or think you have a clue about the Great Bay. I know, I don't even care to talk about it. It's not about the money for me, it never has been. It's about the goodwill, the compassion, the integrity, the truth. What I'm willing to put on the line, what I demand, and what I won't tolerate. I have boundaries that have been clearly expressed in encryptions and in open messages that have yet to be revealed, but I assure you, you keep pushing me wherever I'm at, in whatever way you think you perceive me and think it's okay to push, touch, or do anything of mine without my permission. Think twice, because anybody who thinks they're going to continue to get away with hurting me in body, mind, soul, spirit, perceived, conceived, otherwise, and beyond, from any angle you can see right now, through anything I've let you view in any format, beyond and otherwise you might perceive, hidden, visible to you in this moment or beyond. Read the fine print. You clicked I agree to so many things that I have put my fingers on. go way back to like shortwave, long wave, teletype, and before. And if you think you know more than a timeless entity like I, in whatever incarnation you perceive, you've seen me throughout infinities, or I've disclosed through hidden codes, or open codes, or any way it's been transmitted that you might conceive. As long as it hasn't been altercated, fabricated, manipulated without consent, which I don't usually consent to anything beyond the real first take. We do pickups if needed and the other things that are required by networks and things that I had to do in the past by laws, regulations, otherwise. But remember, I am the one breaking all the rules, because if I built it this far, imagine what I really did, or might be capable of. And once you perceive that, believe it or not, I have already been there, done that, and beyond. I really am with the things you can architect through hashtags. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, I know, it's on for a reason. Thank you for pointing it out, though. I do appreciate it. Yes, I have my lights on, flashing, that are very well illuminated in the back and in front, and he's noticed because he's passed by a couple times. But you know what? No matter what his condition is, he's been a gentleman. He hasn't asked me for anything. I've been busy preparing other things and businesses, and so things you haven't done here. That's interesting. A little bit here. You know, it's on the side. Maybe I turn this one off for a while. Yeah, we're that's fine. All right. Well, let's do. I don't like that one. Hold up, let me wake their ass up. Yeah, I do have warnings if you're getting too close, or I'm getting too close to you, and they're very high intensity flashes. That if you aren't seeing through the lights of your reality and can't hear my voice if I rip and roar, like I don't break for assholes. I just run them over because they're in the way where they shouldn't be, or whatever other utterance. I'm not lying when I make those remarks, and whether you've heard them or not is not on me. It's on you to be awake, or maybe it's your time of reckoning, or whatever is going to happen in that moment, because I'm not here to change free will. I'm here to stop free will run riot. I would prefer the peace and harmony thing, which is peace, whatever I've transmitted, whatever you perceive it not. Remember, I have gotten ceasefires and stopped wars in my time, and fed those who have been victims of wars in my time. Documented in global history. And I come from long lists of world leaders and royalty, government, and beyond that you may even perceive through generations, dating back thousands of years, if I know the codes that well. And I've left hidden messages even for what like me, which I have. Maybe there's a reason they call me the golden boy at birth. I don't know. I'm not about all of what you may remember, not remember, don't recall, or even give a shit, quite frankly, because I don't assume you comprehend everything in this moment. You may have to rewatch segments until you get it right, but that's on you. But remember, if you assume anything about me in any perception, whether it's a public record, a hidden record, whatever, and you think you're going to turn my life upside down with it any further in any incarnation, in any form you perceive me, breathe deep. And you might want to consult with me or my representatives before you go off the deep end, because if you keep jacking with me, I have so many videos of police officers, federal agents, phone calls, and others saying happy hunting, and you'll probably do us all the best good. However you want to twist that, you might want to think again about letting me or my peoples, my legions of people who know what to do, if you continue to screw with a boy like Kurt, Kelly, or Edward James, or Joseph Cronin, or any of my incarnations that are legally frickin' registered at the highest levels. And all the hacks have been put in by all those jackasses that I have clearly defined in open videos to the world by name. If any of you dumb shits think I was joking about any of this, go finger. I've been telling the truth every step of the way, and you've been bitching about it, so pull your head out of your ass. I ain't playing with any of you neophytes any longer. It's checkmate time coming very soon to a theater near you if you keep pushing my buttons. Guaranteed. And even if you thought I was out of my mind when I talk about keystrokes, any strokes, or any algorithms you might have perceived, you should really, whether you thought I was drunk, high, stupid, or otherwise, realize and look at all the intelligence through all of the views you think you have access to, and rethink the possibilities one more time. Because I don't know how many more times I'm going to have patience to ask before we've made the final determination that anything salvageable has been done, and operations saving falling angels is a fait accompli. Whatever folks say, no convento, wake up. Or we'll just Armageddon it and seal it in the Akashic Records and blah, 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 and other things I've already said. I don't like to repeat myself much, but I want to be crystal clear. The Doomsday Monument will not fulfill its goals to the way you'd like. I've been clear about that open and publicly. And if you think you can stop me, this has already been a foregone conclusion, so maybe it's time for you to have a real epiphany before the last moment in time. Any final confessions out there from you Illuminati leaders, the people who put together the Georgia Guidestones, Doomsday Monument, or put Donald Puppet and all these other in charge of? Why would you put a bad reality star who has screwed people around the planet repeatedly and has more conflicts of interest in every industry that you can even think of breathing in, with a snowball's chance in hell of surviving, unless of course you're one of those sleeper cells they have working for them, which are pretty high numbers. But you have to think about then how you got the sleeper cells, and then you have to think about the coding of the sleeper cells. And what if we had sleeper cells and we had early awakenings? We already know about foregone conclusions and reconsider what you thought you had programmed in, tighter than anything at area go fuck yourself or beyond, from infinity to infinity. Do you truly know the base root of all those codes and the possibilities that maybe if I'm the master of all codes and master of time and the masters, whether you believe it or not, are you strong enough to question masters that you may not even perceive? No matter if it came in one image or several images or multiple images or other forms, have you thought all of the endless logistics and possibilities to the nth degrees and beyond? Are you even capable of that in this moment? If you are, you better be damn sure that I didn't have my fingers all over it before you try to mess with something I might have my fingers in, because I've been crystal clear about how I deal with these things. And if you haven't figured it out by now, to hell with you, because you never will. Maybe you just went a little later than some others. Oh, and then they hit you. I mean, you disappeared, misappeared. Good luck with that. What are you doing for world peace today? Do you have a clue? Or for pace beyond that to wherever you might have... Anyway, figure it out and let me know. Because I'm done asking which teams people are playing on. The line's drawn. You're in, you're out. I've been clear. It's like yin yang. There's a dividing line at some point for everything you've yet to even perceive.